I have here my 1911, a Kimber 10mm, and a Beretta 92, this time on gun physics. But here's my 1911, venerably served in World War I, adopted around 1911 or something. World War I, World War II, all kinds of little conflicts in the middle, and then the Korean War, and then the Vietnam War was eventually replaced by the Beretta 92 in the mid-1980s. My 1911 is a Kimber Custom TLE2. It's got some interesting serrations that are actually parallel with the grip. I prefer those over the ones that are perpendicular to the slide. Some forward serrations supposedly so you can do these things called press checks, but this is a single action only manual safety. So there's one manual safety there. It's got the grip safety so that when you actually grip it properly, what should happen is you're capable of pulling the trigger. Now without pulling that thing and with the safety on, nothing should happen. But then safety off, and if you're still not gripping it properly, and if it falls down and a twig grabs it or something, then you pull it and still nothing happens. The idea is that you should be able to grab this thing, grip it just a little bit, and then you pull the trigger. By the way, then pull the trigger. Bam! This is actually a pretty nice trigger. I should take this out more often. Pull it out of the holster, drop off the manual safety. You're gripping it, so the secondary safety is taken care of. Pull it, bam! Hammer drops, everything happens, and then the slide resets, and take that magazine out. So here's the magazine. This is for the 10mm. It's a little bit narrower, so you have a little cut in here to make the feeding a little bit better, and the feed lips are a little narrower than for the 45. These are night sights. This thing has a full-length guide rod, extended safety, has a slightly extended magazine release, got some good G10 grips on it. This beaver tail is extended, so it actually comes out farther. The hammer is skeletonized. The trigger is a little bit farther forward. It's a little bit extended, so it's really good for my hand. A lot of them are pretty short. You can get them in several different lengths. This is a standard sidearm. 7 or 8 rounds for the 45. It has, I don't know, 8 or 9 for the 10mm. This is an extended 10-round magazine for the 45. I think you can get 11 in there for the 40 or the 10mm. And it does run pretty well with the 10mm. I tested that out too. And it runs also. This gun runs well with 40 caliber. This is a sidearm in the military. So your pistol is your secondary, tertiary, quaternary. What's that word for fourth? So eventually in the 1980s, they came up with a new replacement, which was the Beretta 92. The Beretta 92, when adopted, became the M9. The philosophy in firearms had changed a lot, and this one is based very much on the Walther P38 P1, and the locking action is different. And this one has these little locking lugs there. Barrel and the slide recoil together at first, and then the unlocking happens, and the slide continues back and strips off another round, rechambers. Then you have a single action. It's a single action only with a manual safety. This is a decocker with a manual safety. This is the G version. Decocker only springs back up. The standard military version has a decocker safety. Drop it down like that. It decocks automatically, so you don't have to manually decock this thing and try to get that hammer down. So you decocks it automatically and takes it to double action mode. And then what you're supposed to do is push up on that safety. It's spring loaded, so you kind of push forward on it, springs up out of the way, and then double action first shot, single action second shot. Stock magazines are 15 rounds. You also have some more modern options. This is a 17 round from Beretta, a Mekgar PT92 modified for the Beretta 92. That's a 20 round magazine. Also from Beretta, this is a 30 round magazine. And check this baby out. That's the kind of magazine you want right there. This one, the 92G, came with night sights, front and rear. I added an extended magazine release. That thing is reversible. This one, not reversible. This is an ambidextrous decocker and safety. I have adorned this baby also with a skeletonized hammer and some USA lock grips. You want to get one of these in a 22 caliber? Comes in a 22. Comes in a 22. This one 9mm and 40 caliber also. But this one, 9mm, 22 TCM, .38 Super. 10 millimeter comes in 40 caliber. You can get a barrel for this thing for .357 SIG. All right, the takedown. This, I'm not even going to take this thing down. I will not take this down because this extended, the full length stainless steel guide rod is pretty annoying. But you have to push this thing in and then pivot that thing out of the way and then pull out the spring, and then you have to push this thing back until like right there, and then push the thing. It's really annoying to take down. It's overly complicated. But again, we're talking about the early 1900s. Now this one, oh, check this out. This, if you are a ninja, you can disarm your opponent. All you have to do is reach down on the top of the slide, push in on this button, and then pivot down on this side. So you're grabbing this little lever and pivoting down. You push and you pivot. Okay, my finger's not strong enough. Push and then pivot down. Oh, there it is. Pretty beautiful. Then pivot back up when you're all done. So push in, and then this thing pivots down. Then you're down, and then the whole thing comes off. And see the one-handed? Gotta be a ninja. Push down on that, and then where's the lever? Ugh, okay, I can't. I'm never gonna be a ninja. I will never. Okay, push in, push down on the lever, finger strength. Boom. There you go. Beautiful. Pull it out of the holster. Double action, first shot, and then single action. Single action. Replace it into the holster, bring it back out again, do the same thing to practice the double action to the single action transition. I've had a few 1911s, and this one is definitely the most useful. 10 millimeter, and I can run 40 in it with no problem. There's a huge run of ammunition. There's no 9 millimeter left. I can run this baby with the 40 caliber. This recently has been replaced in the United States military with the SIG P320. This has an aluminum lower. The P320 has a plastic, or as they call it, polymer lower. Has a plastic lower, so it's a whole lot lighter. Carries about the same number of rounds. So you can change calibers relatively easy because it has a drop-in trigger pack. And you can put a different barrel on it, different slide on it. Smaller grip for smaller hands. Really customize the SIG P320. Which do I prefer? I don't know. They're beautiful guns, and they're very different. This one, I really enjoy taking this baby to the range, popping off that safety, and then going. Trigger is excellent. It could do with some work probably, but the trigger is really good. There's a little bit more wobble in the barrel and the slide. In this case, that thing is solid. Has more, I think, mechanical accuracy. This one has a bit more wobble, and I'm not as consistent, but I can hit things better. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. But this one, I do actually shoot better. There you go. My comparison of the venerable 1911, this one, the Kimber Custom TLE2, and the Beretta 92, the M9 from the military.
Hey, thanks for watching Gun Physics. Your thumbs up really helps a lot in the ratings, so thanks for that too. And I've got new videos coming out most Tuesdays. Subscribe for more.